Hi, everyone. This is Adam H. Cole, your money and relationships expert and coach with AHK Coaching, bringing you your weekly videos at the intersection of money and relationships. And today I'm talking about what happens when you owe someone else money. And these are the 3 steps I'm going to give you how to stop the stress and the fighting to the extent that those are occurring, right? Probably at least the stress, maybe the fighting, depending on the relationship. So I'm going to start with step number 1, which is to look inward. Okay, this is often my first step in any sort of conflict situation around money. And here, this looks like just starting to note how you feel about the situation, right? Because if we don't take stock of our own relationship to what's going on, then when we talk to the other person, it's really easy to show up as angry, defensive, resentful, whatever that may be. So look inward. I really recommend journaling and just pay attention to the different things that are showing up, the different emotions. You might feel shame or embarrassment. You might feel guilt. Maybe you feel angry. Maybe you feel like you were manipulated in the situation or things are unfair. Whatever that is, get that out there and just give yourself some time to be with that and process that. So that's step 1, is look inward. Now, next is step 2. This is to get organized. So here I mean to actually take stock of your finances. Look at the assets, things you have that are worth money, the debts, what you owe and their interest rates. Look at how much income you're generating and how much expenses you have. And after you've actually done that work, then you want to create a goal for when to pay this other person back and come up with some sort of plan to get there, okay? And this plan may involve decreasing your expenses or increasing your income or both. Whatever that is, I want you to come up with a plan. Now, you're not going to unilaterally institute this plan, but just to have a framework to talk with them about in step 3. So like I said, step 2 is getting organized. Now, step 3 is getting connected, and this means to the other person. So you want to invite them to have a conversation with you, acknowledge that you want to talk about the money that you owe them. And the first thing you're going to do here is apologize for the impact of the situation on them. Let them know that you are taking full responsibility for your actions or inactions and how that has impacted them. So whatever this is, just own it. Maybe you've been a jerk to them about the money you owe them, then say that. Maybe you've fallen out of communication with them because you were trying to avoid the topic. If so, say that. Or maybe you two came up with a plan and you didn't stick to it. If so, own that as well, right? And once you've apologized and owned what you've done, then you want to ask them if they're willing to share with you how the situation has affected them personally and also has affected them inside of their relationship to you. And whatever they say, this is not a space for arguing or making them wrong for how they think or feel. This is where you just listen earnestly, where you can continue to ask them questions, where you validate their feelings because their experience of it is valid automatically, just like your experience is valid, right? That's what we were looking at in step 1, just validating your own experience. It's normal and natural to feel all kinds of different emotions, including perhaps shame and guilt and embarrassment if you owe someone money and you haven't paid it back. And on the other end, it's often normal to feel resentful or angry or bitter or confused or anything else like that and validated when someone owes you money and they haven't paid you back. It can be very confusing for people. So just listen to them, validate their emotions, like I totally understand why you feel that way, and also make sure you take responsibility for your actions that led to that impact on them. So I don't mean this like you're a bad person, just like, yeah, you know what, I fell out of communication and you got really angry. Even if you think that that anger was an irrational response, just be responsible for that you took some actions or inactions within this situation and it's left them overall feeling this way, right? That's key to making them feel heard and understood. And once this process is complete and you feel the kind of energy shift, like that person really gets that you care about how this has been for them, then the next step is now creating something new with them. So, you can share, okay, I want to really create an agreed upon plan with you that we both feel good about. Make sure that they know that you've actually been looking at your finances. And this is key because especially if you've had a track record of not fulfilling on your promises, then they're not really going to trust you, right? So you want to share with them that you've taken some new actions. And for you, looking at your finances and getting organized may be that new action. And if it was, make sure they know that. Look, I've taken a holistic look at my finances and here's a plan that I came up with. It doesn't have to be the plan that we stick to, right? And you want to share with them the plan that you came up with in step 2. And just be like, look, this is an option. It doesn't have to be the one way we go, but maybe let's have a conversation, see if we can create something that results in a plan and a conversation that leaves each of us feeling validated and hopeful and as optimistic as we can be, and it's normal for you to be afraid you might fail to follow through on this plan, and they might have some skepticism like, oh, I don't know if you're gonna actually come through on your word. But at least create that space, right? Kind of clean up the mess of the past, what hasn't been working, and give each of you an opportunity to step into this new future. So those are the 3 steps: what to do when you owe someone money and how to stop the stress and the fighting if it's happening. And just to recap, number 1 is look inward. Okay, understand your own relationship to this issue and how it's been feeling for you and affected you. That's going to help you be less reactive when you talk to the other person. Number 2 is get organized with your finances and come up with a plan that fits and steps for you to get there. A plan to pay back the debt or whatever you might be doing around it. Number 3 is get connected to the other person. Apologize for what's happened, acknowledge your role in it, ask them if they're willing to share how it's affected them, and then tell them you want to put your heads together and create a new plan and use the plan you generated in step 2 as a baseline for communication. And then just proceed to get on the same page with them. And once you do, there will be a new beginning there. There will be a lot more peace, more partnership between you and the person to whom you owe the money, and you will be on track to elevating your finances to the next level. Thanks so much for watching. Share below what you got out of this video, any situations where you could apply this in your life, or maybe where you wish you had applied this framework in the past. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, share it, and also subscribe to my channel for weekly Wednesday videos on money and relationships on topics just like this. And if you or anyone you know is interested in working directly with me on an issue like this or anything else related to money and relationships, then you can book your complimentary financial harmony consultation. It's a 20-minute call by going to this website, bit.ly/financial harmony consultation. Once again, this is Adam H. Cole, your money and relationships expert with AHK Coaching. Thank you so much for watching, and tune in again next Wednesday for my latest new video. Thanks and have a great day.